So I was going to go live yesterday, right? And as I was going live, my kids start freaking out. And I mean, like, they'd be calm for like 3 hours, man. Like, completely silent in my house. My house is completely peaceful. And the moment, like, I go to stream, the moment I turn on my Twitch, the moment I go to do the Lord's work, right? And speak the word of God, my house breaks out. And if it'd be one thing if it was like once a month, it would be something if it was here or there. And still, I need to work on it. But this happens every single time I go live. And so I literally just sat there and was like, all right, I need to apply this to my life. Like, I need to really cry out to God and just ask, like, what is going on here, man? Like, why every time do I go stream, everything just goes crazy? And I have First Timothy on my wall, like what we're called to be an overseer, above reproach, and all these other things, right? And so as I'm doing that, and I'm looking at it, I'm starting to understand like that's what it is, man. Like, my kids are starting to not do as well in church when we go to church. Like, my kids are starting to misbehave, and my home is starting to get a little out of control. And so I realized, like, I need to not stream. Like, I need to fall back and I need to work on my home. I need to teach better. I need to help my wife with the kids. I need to give her, and not just like before, right? God kept telling me, like, sit back and be an example, right? Like, Christ is an example to us, right? And just the way he did things, like, his actions spoke louder than even his words. And so my thing was, all right, let me just keep doing. Let my actions show, and in that, it's going to reveal what my wife needs to do. But it came to a point where it wasn't that. Where, like, in other words, where I kept doing that, my actions I kept putting forth, but it wasn't resonating as well. It just wasn't, like, there needed to be more. There needed to be more leadership by me. And so I stepped in and started to realize, like, just give her my every thought. Like, explain to her what I'm looking at, what I'm seeing, and how I would deal with that in every single scenario, and almost like every moment and minute that my kids would freak out, I would just give it to her, everything. And in one day, man, in one moment, I watched God completely turn my house around. Like, I watched my wife just get it. And now she's working with my kids extremely well. And this is in one day, man. One day. Didn't stream. Focused on what God was trying to teach me. And I found it. And I understood it. It was like 2 Timothy. Right? A man has to be above reproach. And I was teaching you guys this and on it. And how we must be above reproach. And how we must teach well and be respectable and all these other things that a man of God is called to be, right? And so let me actually read 1 Timothy. It's just, I know I read it not long ago, but they kind of give a correlation, right, of what we're going to be reading in 1 Timothy. It's Paul is going out talking to Timothy about how the churches need to be set up and what an overseer is, what we're called to be as men of God, and really it should go for every man out there. But it's also just a clear understanding, like, if you're in my position and you're out there teaching people about the Word of God, what you must be. and qualifications for overseer, right? Which in some sense would be myself, you know. I know that I don't have a church or nothing like that, but I still get out here and speak to you all. And the saying is trustworthy. If anyone aspires to be in office of overseer, he desires a noble task. Therefore, an overseer must be above reproach, the husband of one wife, sober-minded, self-controlled, respectable, hospitable, able to teach, not a drunkard, not violent, but gentle, not quarrelsome, not a lover of money. He must manage his own household well, with all dignity, keeping his children submissive. For if someone does not know how to manage his own household, how will he care for God's church? And so in that, it was a clear understanding that I had to learn how to teach. I felt like, you know, I was being that example, and that I had done enough, and come to realize that I hadn't, and I needed to teach much better than I was teaching. And so today my home is a lot more peaceful. Today my children are doing extremely well. It can change in all one moment. But the point being is that applying the word of God to your life. And if you guys are liking the video, please like and subscribe, and God bless each and every one of you. I'm out. Peace.